Hello and welcome to the Fans Village at Alexandra Palace for the William Hill World Darts Championship. We have most of the cast of every Mario game ever made just in front of us down here at the Fans Village, as well as a ridiculous array of fancy dress for the final session of quarterfinal action. I'm Dan Dawson. This is Chris Murphy. We will be talking you through what we've seen already today and what's coming up tonight with 2 spots left in the semi-finals, and we're going to launch straight into it with this afternoon's action. The first man through to the semi-finals, Chris Murphy, was going to be a man who was 500 to 1 to win the title at the start of the tournament. Brendan Dolan, Nathan Aspinall, and it was the Asp who has just got better and better as this tournament's gone on.
Yeah, his average has improved round on round, and he's looking very threatening for whoever he plays in that semi-final. Just blew Brendan Dolan away. Dolan did nothing different to what he'd done previously in the tournament. Nathan Aspinall, very, very good value to be in the semi-finals.
Look, Nathan Aspinall says he's been inspired by Rob Cross coming here on his debut last year and winning the whole thing. He genuinely believes that he could do the same. We've got more to talk about with Nathan Aspinall in just a few moments' time, but he was joined in the semi-finals in the other half of the draw by this man. And how good was this from Gary Anderson, the Flying Scotsman?
Well, we all thought that Gary Anderson might struggle. He's had this back problem. His games have been going close, and Dave Chisnell had won 11 consecutive sets before that game, but Anderson blew him away, and all of a sudden, he's looking like a big favourite for the title again.
Well, look, he is through to the semi-finals. It could be Michael Van Gerwen who faces him, but this has been a tournament of shocks. Obviously, Nathan Aspinall, 500 to 1 into the semi-finals, despite that ridiculous price at the start of the tournament. 2 more players who were 500 to 1 shots could join them in the semi-finals tonight. It would be weird, but it could happen, because last night we saw, well, on this stage, in fact, this man, him with the face just there, said something ridiculous. Champion gets beaten tonight by Luke Humphries in the final game.
Well, that's why they play the matches, Dan, but I'm going to say Rob Cross goes out tonight.
Rob Cross goes out tonight. That came out of his face 24 hours ago, and he was right.
Yeah, don't seem so silly now, does it?
Look at that smug face. This is unbearable, and it will be unbearable for years and years to come, because he predicted that the world champion would end his unbeaten run. It would be ended by Luke Humphries.
I'll be signing those pictures over there somewhere in about
I'm sure the queue will be absolutely massive. But how good was Luke Humphries?
Humphries was absolutely brilliant. 2-0 down. He really shouldn't have been 2-0 down. It looked like he was under a bit of pressure early on, but at the end of the match, reeled off 4 consecutive sets. That double 7, not an easy double hit to win a match against a man who never lost on the stage. He deserved it.
He did deserve it. 4 consecutive sets. And Luke Humphries, the dream goes on. This is a guy who didn't even manage to qualify for the European Championship, the Players' Championship finals, and yet got here and has done something incredibly special already.
Yeah, let's just have a word for Rob Cross as well. A very gracious champion in defeat. He's been a fantastic world champion, and we'll see him back at Ali Pali next year. Look,
real classy stuff from the world number 2, Rob Cross. Now, we're going to play the greatest game in the world in a moment. Play your cards, Peter Wright. But before that, Nathan Aspinall, less than 12 months ago, he was in a leisure centre in Wigan trying to earn the right to come and play on the full tour, going to Q School, getting his tour card. Within 9 months, he'd won his first senior title. The Dart Show went to speak to him after that moment just a few weeks ago.
My career so far started playing darts when I was 17, 18, so I was a late starter. Won my tour card in 2015 for the first time. That year I got to the World Youth Championship final, losing out to Max Opp 6-5 unfortunately. So I had my card for 2 years, end of 2016, unfortunately lost it. Went back to Q School 2018 and won my card back this year. Decided to pack my job in. I was an accountant. It was a big sacrifice for the family because I've got 2 kids, a missus and a house to pay for. If you're not winning at darts, you've not got no money. If you've no money, you can't pay your bills. But it was a big sacrifice, one that I'm glad I've made now. And so far this year, it's everything's going to plan.
Fate has decreed that the Asp will become a PDC winner. Game shot. And it has!
Nathan Aspinall is a PDC champion, £10,000 in his pocket and a title to his name.
How I felt that day was something that I've never, ever, apart from the birth of my kids, but I've never felt that before. It was just brilliant. It was emotional as well, to be fair. My initial target was the World Championships, but because I've won that, with the money that gives me on the rankings, I'm in the Players' Champ, I'm in the World, potentially, you know, I've got the qualifiers for the Grand Slam. If I do win a couple of games in them events, it will push me in the top 64, and I think anyone who can get in the top 64 after 1 year, I think it's a great achievement. Coming here, you know, Monday to Friday, try and drop the little ones off at school, get in for about 9:30, 9, and yeah, do probably 3-4 hours a day. When I lost my card, I wasn't practicing. I was doing half an hour in a pub and then having a couple of drinks with my mate and not really bothered. Lost my card, don't want to do that again. So that's why, you know, I'm dedicating so much time to it. It's like anything, you know, you have to practice, you have to put the hours in to become the best, and you know, already in a short time, the last 6 months, I can tell my game's going up another level, and I'm putting it all down to practice, to be honest with you. I do believe I've got what it takes to be a top 10 player. You know, Michael Van Gerwen, he lost the World Youth Final, I lost the World Youth Final. If you do half what he's done, I'd die a very happy man.
What a story that is, the Asp. Steady on, lads. What a story that is. He believed a few months ago, having won his first senior title, he could be a top 10 player. Within the next 3 days, he could be the world champion. But before that, we will crown a champion, because we're going to play Your Cards, Peter Wright, up on this stage. And we're going to do so to win all this. Look at all this. Right, what's your name and where do you come from?
My name is Tim and I am from Germany.
Come stand here, Tim. Come stand here. Right, there we go. Tim, is there a big, long German word to convey how excited you are about the possibility of winning this T-shirt, this foam finger, and this hat?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the darts.
There we go. That is magical, isn't it? Making dreams come true here at the William Hill World Darts Championship. You don't get this just yet. Right. The game is very simple. These are the Play Your Cards Peter Wright cards. We're going to give those to my lovely assistant, Chris Murphy, stood on my left. I'm going to turn one of these over. You get a player in the top 64 in the world rankings. Okay? Right? Here we go. There's your player. It is Brendan Dolan, quarter-finalist here at the William Hill World Darts Championship. Brendan Dolan is ranked number 45 in the world rankings, if I am right. Yes, he is. He is number 45 in the rankings. Now, we're going to turn over a card just here. Is the next player on that card going to be higher in the world rankings towards Michael Van Gerwen, or lower in the world rankings towards Chris Murphy? Are we going higher or lower?
I think it's lower.
Lower than number 45, Brendan Dolan.
Of course.
Not higher, not one of the 44 players above Brendan Dolan in the rankings.
You think higher? What mean my friends? Higher?
Luigi says higher.
Higher.
Yoshi says higher. Manit.
Higher. Higher.
We're changing it up. Right, we're going to go higher. To be honest, the Germans' record in this game is not good, but we're going to go higher. Higher than the history maker. It is higher than the history maker. It's Gerwyn Price. It's the world number 6 and the Welsh number 1, the Iceman Gerwyn Price. Are you understanding the game? Verstehst?
I think it's higher.
He's... Oh, hang on. Higher than number 6? That's only 5 players that are higher than number 6. Or lower?
These are my best friends and he say lower.
Luigi and Yoshi say lower. Lower than the world number 6, the Iceman Gerwyn Price. Lower than an Iceman, you say? Oh, it's Gary Anderson, the world number 4. Very rarely do you see those two next to each other by choice, at least. I'm sorry, you lose, but you win. Congratulations, Tim. Take your hat.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's absolute... No, keep the glove on. Now get off the stage. Thank you very much. Play Your Cards, Peter Wright, the greatest game in the world. Who knew that? It's another thriller between Gary Anderson and Gerwyn Price on a big stage at a major tournament. Who knew? Right. Let's have a look what's coming up tonight, because you've already seen Gary Anderson in action today. We get to see his protege, or one of his proteges, Michael Smith, the Premier League runner-up against Luke Humphries, the man who knocked out Rob Cross. Murph, can he do it again?
Game of the day for me, this one. Michael Smith and Luke Humphries, both fast players, big scorers. I can't stop now. I can't stop tipping Luke Humphries. I think Humphries wins again and beats the bully boy tonight.
Wow. Can it happen again?
It can.
Right, well, look, we'll move on. Can this happen? right?
No, it can't. It can't. It really can't.
Ryan Joyce, on his debut, Michael Van Gerwen, the tournament favourite, world number one. Even Ryan Joyce, when we've asked him, thinks that it's just going to be it'll be a lovely day. But it's like Bullseye. He's had a lovely day, but I think I'm going to go home.
If he relaxes and just tries to enjoy it and plays his darts, not bothered about who he's playing, he might win a couple of sets. But Michael
That's
Van
all you're
Gerwen
giving
will
him.
win, and he'll win well in an average over 105, and he'll be in the semi-finals against Gary Anderson.
This man beat James Wade, the multiple major champion, winner of 2 TV titles this year. Don't forget that, Murph.
I haven't. He might win a couple of sets tonight.
That's all he's giving him. Right, okay. What odds have we got for tonight? Let's have a look. Right, 170 checkout in this session. 5-2. We know that Van Gerwen is going to leave it and have goes at it. But Smith, Humphries, Ryan Joyce loves a big checkout. They're 4 decent candidates for that, aren't they?
Yeah, Van Gerwen's hit one already as well. In fact, he's hit one in about 5 World Championships in a row. Wouldn't be surprised to see that happen tonight at all.
Okay, what else have we got in terms of the odds for tonight? So this is in the Van Gerwen-Joyce game. 3-1 that we have 2 or more bullseye finishes. We could have 2 170 finishes, let alone bullseye finishes. Surely that's going to go, particularly with Joyce's penchant for a bullseye finish.
Yeah, he loves to go for 3 bulls on 150. I think both of those could go tonight. 2 170 finishes, let's say that.
2 170 finishes. You're going mad with power with your predicting after last night. Do we have any more for us? Yes, we do. And a 9-dart finish in this session. Look, we haven't had one. We haven't had one yet, the William O World Championship. It's been 3 years. Could it? Could it? Michael Smith, he's been threatening. Van Gerwen always threatens.
It would be a bold call to predict a 9-darter. I'm not going to do it tonight. Let's save that for the semi-finals.
Right, okay. No 9-darter tonight, says Chris Murphy, the Oracle. Now, there is one thing that you want to remember, right? Ryan Joyce and Michael Van Gerwen have only played once before. It was on the European Tour. It was in Hamburg earlier this year. And something very special happened. The curse of Ross Smith was broken. We had the first perfect leg, the first 9-darter on the European Tour for almost exactly 5 years. MVG hit it. Murph says we're not going to get a 9-darter tonight, but it could happen, just like it did then.
Went for 3 bulls. I believe, from what I was told, he got 2 of them. But later in the match, Van Gerwen did something very similar to that right there, where he left 150, but he got all 3.
He certainly did. And that's part of the reason I'd like to see Joyce try it in this match, because we know that Van Gerwen will try to leave 150 to retaliate. But he had the first 3 in the treble 20, and now he's found the treble 19. That's out of the way.
Unbelievably, I can't believe he switched there, because the bet was so open. But he has got rid of that awkward treble 19. It could be the curse of Ross Smith being extinguished. It could be. It might just well be over. The curse is gone. Michael Van Gerwen has got rid of the curse of Ross Smith. It's finally gone. It's only taken 5 years and 1 single day.